Hey guys, chess history has just been made. The finals of the Esports World Cup in chess has just concluded. Magnus Carlsen has crushed everyone. But there are many things to discuss. In a broader context for chess, for the future trajectory of chess as a sport, as an esport, there are lots of insights from observing the games and also everything surrounding them. So let me give you some of my peace of mind, some analytics by me. So first of all, it's great for chess and it's great for chess players that chess is now deemed as an esport in at least some context, because more money is flowing into the game. So $1.5 million prize fund was very significant. It was one of the highest prize funds for any chess event. I think the World Chess Championship match, the recent one, had a 2 million prize fund, but it's held like once every 2 years, and it's like the biggest prize fund of any chess tournament. And I guess that makes the EWC the second most financially enticing chess tournament for people, and probably even the most financially enticing chess tournament, because you don't have to prepare for long months, learn deep opening lines. That's why Magnus quit the WC chess cycle. He did not want to prepare long and hard for classical chess. So yeah, probably if you can play a couple of days with your mouse and keyboard and obtain 250,000 K as a first prize, not bad, definitely for chess players. And I think it's just the beginning. So first of all, it's good for chess. All chess players who were present at the EWC said they loved it. They loved the extra attention to chess players, the extra level of production, of the stage, the set, everything. The show, very spectacular. Lots of interesting elements of the show that could be incorporated into chess. We could draw on sources of inspiration from cybersports, such as crushing those keys, for example, when you crush your opponent. Looks epic, in my opinion. Second of all, while it's a great thing that the EWC has recognized chess as an esport, and there are lots of good things about it, I don't agree with people who say that, whoa, this is a complete game changer, everything will be different from now on. I don't think that it is as significant as some people would like to believe. The greatest challenge for chess to become bigger, to grow like 10x from what it is now, is that we need to reach a bigger audience. We need the people who watch the Dota, the Counter-Strike, the Valorant, all other cyber sporting events to watch chess as well. So that's a huge audience. Also potentially paying audience that could pay some chess companies or watch ads and help chess monetize by ad revenue. So it takes a long time, and it will definitely take a long time, and it will take some adjustments in how we present chess to the bigger audience. Because while I tremendously enjoyed the broadcast of the EWC, it was first and foremost aimed at existing chess lovers. People who already like play chess on chess.com or Lichess, or people who already sometimes from time to time watch some chess events. We need to think how we reach the higher audience. I don't have ready to make answers, but definitely there should be more done to do this, to grow chess closer to the level of the most popular cybersports, esports. The third takeaway is that Magnus Carlsen is still by far the strongest player in the world across formats. At least in speed chess, he is by far the strongest. Maybe in classical chess, this gap is narrower, much narrower, but still. And I think that it is still too early to speak about the end of Magnus's domination, even though Kasparov, I think during one of the recent tournaments when Gukesh defeated Magnus, said that maybe this is the end of this era of domination. Well, maybe this is like the beginning of the end, but definitely I give 2 to 3 years to Magnus's domination, and still I think that he will outplay, unless he's in bad form. Sometimes this happens to everyone, but on average he will be still outplaying and defeating both his contemporaries and the younger generation. For 2 to 3 years, definitely. Then I think in 2 or 3 years, some of the youngsters will try to play more convincingly against Magnus and maybe even have a plus score against him. Maybe it will be Gukesh, maybe it's Prague, maybe it's Nodirbek, maybe Alireza, probably some of those guys. I would bet on one of the four. or Arjun. I forgot Arjun, probably also one of the contestants. But Magnus himself believes that the person who will outshine him will come from the next generation, not this one, but the one that will come later. We will see. The fourth takeaway is that the 10-minute format with no increment, the one that they used at the EWC, is a great format and actually a very fun to watch. You don't have increment, so you have to play considering the clock situation. Time management is of utmost importance. For example, Alireza in the finals, he probably, had he played faster, probably he could have made more mistakes, but he probably would have had much bigger chances against Magnus, because Magnus was playing fast, confident chess and putting pressure on the clock, and Alireza was like in time trouble in practically each game. And that makes the games more interesting, more accessible to viewers. Also, more fun happens at the end. And yes, it comes down sometimes to dirty flagging and mouse skills. But if we speak about chess as an esport, then definitely there should be something in connection with the mouse skills present to make this a cyber sport. So when we play offline chess, obviously it's a different story. But if we speak about esports, mouse skills should be important. And I actually liked the fact that this was an important part of the game, even though sometimes like dirty flagging became the last resort of the players who could not have won their games in another manner. And what speaks more in favor of my argument that 10-minute chess is the future, or at least a very important format for the future, is the fact that the upcoming match between India and United States that will be played, I think, in autumn, if I'm not mistaken, it will also be played with this very same format. 10 minutes per game per each player, and they will have chess players, GMs, I think Hikaru and Fabi will be playing for the US, some female players as well from US and India. From India, I think there will be Gukesh, Arjun and Prague. And also they will have chess influencers, chess content creators. Sagar Shah, who was one of the guests of my podcast, will be playing against the legendary Levi Gotham Chess Rosman, so it will be fun to watch. Also 10 minutes per game, also exciting. I like this format. I think it's great for a chess show. The fifth insight that I have is that it will become a normal practice for chess players to be signed to esports teams. And I think it's a good moment, actually a window of opportunity for esports clubs, teams, to sign chess players while they still can do it at a relatively low price, because definitely I think that top Counter-Strike players currently are harder to sign than chess players. They would like require less money. I actually even helped one esports club get in contact with a couple of top chess players. They wrote to me, like the club, and asked, can you connect us to these guys? And I asked the grandmasters in question, can I give your contact info to those clubs? And they responded, okay, yes. And at the end of the day, they did not agree. They were signed to different clubs. That was, I think, the case for many top chess players. They had like several offers and could choose, but still it's interesting. And I think this is the time to act. Guys, there are still very strong players who have not been signed by any esports club. And you can do it, and it will be a great opportunity to invest in the future. And the last takeaway, I think that it's a very interesting moment for the future of chess currently, because chess is branching into several branches, at least two, I think. One is normal chess over the board, and I agree that it will continue existing, and I love it. I probably prefer over the board chess to any other kind of chess. Classical chess is my favorite format, and I agree with the FIDE CEO Emil Sutovsky, who said that yes, the EWC was a fantastic event, but it does not change much for the standards, the classical chess scene. Even though I would say it changes a little bit, because now chess players can choose, for example, do they want to go more into the esports element and earn money using that trajectory, or maybe remain in the classic trajectory. But there will be different branches. There already are, but they will branch out even more. There will be players, currently there are already such players who are online specialists. They play a lot of online tournaments and they win a lot of prize money like that. For example, Denis Lazovic from Belarus, or Alexei Sarana, formerly from Russia, now represents Serbia. He played at the EWC as well. They are not active over the board mostly, even though Sarana recently won a big open tournament in Kazakhstan, where I was also playing. But still, they concentrate on the online, on the cyber sport element of chess. And it requires a different kind of training. You train differently if your main focus is to play 10-minute games, for example. You require different openings, different meta strategies for the game. So there will be two different kinds of chess. There already are, but people have not treated the online chess scene as seriously as the offline chess still scene, because the history, the legacy, the tournaments, the titles like world champion, they all belong to the offline scene. But there is this new scene, new branch, and currently with the bigger investment, with the participation in the EWC, this second branch of chess, the esports branch, will get stronger. And some people will completely start ignoring the first branch. I think that that's definitely a very possible outcome. And then there is probably potentially the third branch. There already is this branch. It's called freestyle chess, launched by Jan-Henrik Büttner and Magnus Carlsen. The Chess 960 project that intends to grow the game also and hype. We will see what the future will show for the Chess 960, for the freestyle chess. I hope it also grows, because the more projects, the more successful chess events, the better for me as a chess content creator and for all people in this market, so to say. So I'm looking forward to following the further trajectories of where the world will lead us in terms of development of chess as a sport, as an esport. What are your thoughts? What are your takeaways from this event? Please write them down in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.